Hey y'all, it's me Deja B back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about protein treatments. Yeah. So right now I just got done finished working out. I have pre-poo in my hair because my hair got a little dry. So I'm gonna go wash this pre-poo out of my hair, wash it, and then I'm gonna be back, y'all. So I am back. I have freshly washed and cleansed hair. I'm gonna show you guys what it's looking like at this moment. So I just washed it, and then I just put these bows on it, tied them down in the banding method so my hair wouldn't so my hair, what am I trying to say? So my hair wouldn't get retangled, because I did like do a conditioning to detangle my hair before I washed it, but then I used a really cleansing, like really cleansing shampoo. I washed with the Cantu color protectant shampoo. So whatever is good for color. It has like quinoa or something in it. So yeah, I use that, and that like Cantu really like cleans it. It gets your hair clean. And I wanted to really get my hair clean before I go ahead and do this protein treatment. But before I do that, I have some notes, because I'm going to talk about what a protein treatment is, what a protein conditioner is, just to give you guys some info. Because I like kind of did some research, and honestly, when you Google like what's the difference between a protein treatment, what's the difference between that and like a deep conditioner, or like a protein deep conditioner, like there's really not a lot of info out there. And I understand that like in the natural world we're still doing a lot of learning, but I did find some stuff. So I just wanted to, you know, be informative. So I did write a good amount of stuff down. But anyway, so what is a protein treatment? A protein treatment is basically like a reconstructive treatment that fills in the gaps of the hair. So basically, like me being high porosity, and then that means like I have gaps in my hair shaft. So that means I can absorb moisture, I can absorb water, but since I have those gaps, it's hard for me to keep that moisture in unless I seal it in. So on top of that, I have color treated hair. I did have to get my hair lifted in order to get the color in, because I have like dark brown hair. It's not quite black, but it's like very dark brown. So on top of that, I have color treated hair. So you have to lift the hair in order to let the color, get the color to absorb into your hair. So I have color treated hair. So like my hair is like super porous. So protein treatments are good for like chemically treated hair. So that can be colored, or that can be like relaxed or texturized or something like that. Now the signs that you need a protein treatment are low elasticity. So that means that your hair doesn't, like you pull it, it doesn't bounce back, and that can be in dry or wet, or like a wet state. You can have limp, stringy, and gummy feeling strands. My hair isn't gummy, so I don't know what that feels like, but your hair can be limp if your hair lacks protein. Like, so like if you have too much moisture in your hair, you might sense that your hair is like limp. If your hair has absorbed too much moisture, and it can be stringy, like lifeless, kind of like just doesn't have that bounce. It doesn't have the life that your hair usually has. There can also be, your hair can be excessively dry. There can be breakage. There can be a lot of shedding. And another sign that you need a protein treatment is like if you've been recently chemically treated. That's not really a sign, but if you have chemically treated your hair, more than likely you will need a protein treatment sooner rather than later, because even with a relaxer, like you're literally breaking down your hair in order to make it straight. So despite me cleansing and deep conditioning, and I trim almost like every 3 months. Like whenever I feel like my hair needs a trim, like I'll trim it. If I see single strand knots, like I'll just go ahead and get rid of it. Or if I see a little split in or something like that, I'll just get rid of it. Like whenever I'm going through my hair, I don't always do a full trim every time I do that, but if I see it, it's gonna come out anyway, it's gonna break off anyway, so I might as well just cut it. It's just a few strands, you know what I'm saying? Like out of the thousands, millions of strands on your hair, like a few strands, you will be fine. So I've been trimming, keeping my hair moisturized. Like I try to use very moisturizing products. I've been deep conditioning and cleansing once a week, but my hair has started to shed a little bit more than before. And I was trying to figure out what it was, and I just had this green light go, like I just had this light go off like this week. Seriously, I thought I might have had a thyroid problem. I went to the doctor, I got my blood tested. They said that there were no deficiencies. Like, out of all the stuff that they checked, there were no deficiencies. So I'm like, okay, my hair is shedding, so it's got to be, if it's not a deficiency, a health deficiency, it's got to be my diet. My diet hasn't been super trash, but it hasn't been the best, and I've still kind of been struggling with it. But then this week, I'm thinking, yeah, it could be a diet thing, because you literally are what you eat. I want you to remember, you are what you eat. So when you're wondering sometimes what's going on with your hair, if your hair regimen is like completely perfect, if you pay attention and take care of your hair, think about what you're eating. And now, if you're eating well and you're taking care of your hair, then you might need to go a step further and see what is going on inside of you, but you might have to go to a doctor for that. So anyway, I'm not a professional. I just want to say that disclaimer. But I know that what you eat can affect your body. Like, it can affect how your face looks. It can affect how your skin looks, like everywhere. You can break out. You can have pimples. You can have other stuff going on down below. Like, it can be so much stuff, and your hair grows out of your scalp. So if your body is off, your hair can be off too. So I say all that to say, I think I might need more protein. Now, I do switch between moisturizing and protein deep conditioners, but that's not necessarily enough. I found that that isn't necessarily enough, so I'll get to that in a second. But I've still seen like thinning ends, even though I've been keeping my hair moisturized and deep conditioning and shampooing once a week. I've been seeing incomplete splits. So like, incomplete splits are like split, so like you can be looking at a strand of hair and it can seem healthy from top to bottom, and then you look and you're like, oh, is that a hole in my strand? Like, literally it's like this. So like, let's say the fingers together, this is not the whole, it doesn't have to be the whole strand, but let's say this is a portion of a strand. So literally the strands are still kind of together, but they're starting to separate. And I got to thinking about that. I'm like, okay, why is my hair separated? Like, I'm not super rough on my hair. I keep it moisturized, I trim my ends, and even trimming my ends doesn't make a difference, because if it's thinning in the middle of the strand, that has nothing to do with my ends. So I'm like, okay, why could this be happening? I am high porosity. I am color treated. So my hair is especially porous. So I got to thinking, maybe I need more protein. So then I did some research. Also, I do want to say, messed up ends can be caused by a number of things. It could be brushing hard, brushing excessively, excessive heat, chemically processing the hair, excessive shampooing. I don't think I excessively shampoo my hair. Plenty of people shampoo like once a day. So, I mean, not once a day, once a week. So I don't think that that's it, especially if I'm moisturizing it as soon as I clean it. So a protein treatment is made to deeply penetrate the hair to rebuild the hair shaft. The hair shaft is literally the whole strand of hair from root to end. That's what the hair shaft is. Now, a protein deep conditioner or conditioner is made to temporarily rebuild the cuticle layer to fill in weak areas. So a treatment would last, it will work for up to 4 to 6 weeks, and then you can do it again. Or if you feel like your hair doesn't need protein that often, you can do it every 2 months or 3 months. Listen to your hair, do your research. A conditioner lasts for 3 weeks. So it's more temporary, and it's only protecting the cuticle. To go a little bit deeper, I'm just going to give you the definitions of what the shaft and the cuticle are. So the shaft is the overall layer of hair, like I said, from root to end. It's made of the medulla, the cortex, and the cuticle. Those are the 3 different layers of the hair. Now, the cuticle is just the outer layer of the hair shaft. It's made to protect the hair, so the cuticle layer can be broken down with shampooing and all of that stuff. That's why we have conditioners and all of that, to make sure like our hair is right. But the cuticle layer can break down, it can erode, especially toward the ends, which are the oldest part of the hair. So when we're talking about a treatment, it is made to rebuild, reconstruct the entire hair shaft. A conditioner is really only rebuilding or filling in the cuticle layer. Now that is important because, like I said, the cuticle layer is made to protect the entire hair shaft. But sometimes you need something a little bit more that's going to really penetrate and really help reconstruct or rebuild the entire shaft, not just the cuticle layer. So that's what a protein treatment is for. Hope you learned something today. All right, so I'm going to be using a protein treatment that I'm sure everyone has heard about. It's probably like the most popular one. I'm going to be using the Aphogee 2-step treatment, okay? So I have the 2-step protein treatment and the balancing moisturizer. This is very important, okay? Both are important, but this is very important for after. So this says it stops hair breakage, rebuilds the hair structure for 6 weeks, and it's ideal for processed or natural hair. It is pH optimized, contains exclusive provitamin complex, and it has the pH symbol in the provitamin word, so I'm sure that's a pH balancing ingredient. So what it recommends that we do is gently cleanse the hair with the Aphogee shampoo for damaged hair. I didn't do that. Like I told you, I used the Cam2 color treated protectant shampoo. Rinse thoroughly and towel blot dry. Apply enough Aphogee treatment to thoroughly saturate the hair and comb. Blend through with a wide tooth comb for even distribution. Leave hair uncovered. Do not use a plastic cap. Sit under medium heat dryer with high airflow. I actually don't have a hooded dryer, but I do have a blow dryer and like a thing to cover the hair. So I'll use that. I thought I took it out. Oh, I did take it out. It's down here. I just couldn't see it. So I'll just show you guys that, and then you're not supposed to, once it's dry, don't do anything to the hair, like try to detangle or anything, because your hair will be hard, so it can break. So once it's dry, then you'll re-wet the hair, gently rinse it with warm water to remove all of the excess dried protein. Towel dry, and then apply the balancing moisturizer. Leave it in for 2 minutes, and then rinse thoroughly, and then proceed to your style. So remember how it smells. It's smelly, it's sticky. Smelly, it's sticky. So step 1 has been completed without the Aphogee shampoo, but the hair is cleansed just the same. So this is what my hair is looking like with the protein treatment in. 2, which is, well, this is not step 2. Step 4, re-wet and gently rinse thoroughly with water. Remove all excess protein, towel dry. Then I'm gonna follow it up with the balancing moisturizer. Now, like I said, this balancing moisturizer is also very important. It's as important because it helps balance your pH. Once you put the protein in your hair, you need to go ahead and moisturize it so there's no like overload. So yeah. Okay guys, so I thoroughly rinsed my hair. Make sure you don't do anything to it like before you rinse it. You just run the water on it and let it run out, like loosen up and run itself out. So I did that for a few minutes. I think my curls look better already. I mean, they didn't look crazy, but I think I'm so stupid. Bruh, my hair looks better already, but it's like so soft right now. And like, I feel like my curls look better. Look at this. Yo. Why I do this to myself? All right, y'all. So I am going to add this moisturizer. I guess it's like a... So the instructions say, let it sit in my hair for 2 minutes before rinsing out. All right, y'all, so I rinsed out the moisturizer. Hair's wet. But yeah, just gonna show it to you guys. And this time I will do a full 360. Honestly, I feel like my hair is shiny. Like I really do. I feel like it's shinier than before. That's crazy, right? Whew. Well, this is what 6 months. This is what a protein treatment will do for your hair after 6 months. Now, hopefully it stops the shedding. I really hope it stops the shedding. Pray with me. Stop the shedding. Let me stop. That's not even how I will really, that's not how I get down with the Lord. But amazing. Aphogee 2-step treatment and balancing moisturizer. Freaking amazing. Oh wow, I mean, what okay, I'm gonna stop obsessing over this, but these are the 2 products I used. Once again, I am not a professional, I am not a scientist, I am not a chemist, I'm not any of those things. I just did some research, okay? I'm not recommending that you do this to your own hair. If you feel comfortable, do what you feel comfortable doing. If that's doing it yourself or going to a stylist. whatever. But comment down below, let me know if you have tried any protein treatments, if you tried the Aphogee, or if there's another protein treatment. Please, I mean, I know Aphogee, I've known Aphogee. I don't know if there are any other protein treatments like this anyway, but I'm sure there are. I'm sure Aphogee can't be the only company. But let me know, like, if you do use protein treatments, let me know what protein treatments you do use or have used in the past. Yeah, this is what I'm realizing. I think when I was younger, it was a part of my regimen. Like, I was fully natural, I think, by 11th grade, 10th or 11th grade. So I really didn't know, like, my mom would do my relaxers, she would do the protein treatment and stuff for me. So, like, I wasn't really well aware of, like, what that was actually doing. I just knew it was a part of the regimen. So I realized, like I said, that just because you can have high porosity hair and not be color treated, but especially if you are color treated, like, even if you're natural, you still need a protein treatment every once in a while. This is what I'm realizing. Like, I didn't realize that until, like, this past year, these past 2 years. So yeah, do your research. You don't have to listen to me. Feel free to do your research, but let me know what you think down below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye 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 bye.